Coppinger's going to take it right foot to Coppin. Oh! Doncaster Rovers have done it!
Hello there guys, Aaron John here for Forever Football DRC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel. I know it's a little bit late, but we are here with the match review for Wigan Athletic at the EcoPower Stadium. Now, of course, the bad news is it's another defeat. I get that, you know. A defeat's not nice. That's 17 defeats all season now. We are, I think, still 9 points off safety. It could be more than 9 points now, depending on what's happening with other people. I know Fleetwood beat Rotherham in the last minute, so they're steering away from danger, which makes us even more down, because they're the kind of teams we need to be catching if we want to try and have a chance of staying up. Your Fleetwoods, your Wimbledons, your Lincolns, they're the teams we need to be catching up with, along with Morecambe, Gillingham and Crewe, which are the likely teams at this point to join us, depending if Morecambe can put in a survival push. But yeah, another defeat's not amazing. Unfortunately, we are still on track to beat our own record for the most defeats in a 46 game season with 3 points for a win. Obviously, there is the record with 2 points for a win back in the day, but we've set our own record for the 3 points per win 46 game season for the most losses in a season, which of course 34. That's what happened in a 46 game season. Of course, that was the year we went out of the Football League. So we are unfortunately still on track to accomplish that. We end up that season with 4 wins, 4 draws, and 34 defeats. 4 wins, 8 draws, 34 defeats that season. So we're still on track to do that, unfortunately. But there are some positives to take out of this one. I actually didn't think I'd be saying positives after a defeat, but especially against a team like Wigan who were fighting for automatics this season. You know what? For the work rate, I can be proud of the lads today. Really proud of the lads today, because the work rate was so much better than last week. It was like the players wanted it. And you notice how the work rate's improved since Johnny Hewell has dropped out. It could be one factor. It could be one of many factors, but I'm just putting that out there. Nothing against Johnny Hewell at all, but you just see how even Joe Dadu, his work rate was fantastic today. Just didn't get the chances. Just didn't really win a lot of chances. There's a couple of things I have to kind of nitpick at McSheffrey for. Why was Hassani playing on the right hand side? I don't get that. He's not a right back in my opinion, or playing on the right hand side. For me, I think Hassani, for me, in his best position, if we're going to go with the 4-3-3 but play it the defensive way, for me his best position is as the CDM, as the growing learning CDM, behind Galbraith and Smith, or when Bostock comes back, he comes into the fold, wherever, or Bostock actually goes ahead of Hassani as the CDM, or maybe more advanced. So, you know, for me, Hassani was a little bit square pegs round holes, but you know, he's played Hassani as a right wing back a few times, so I can see why they've maybe done that, because it did look like they were training the back four as Horton, Olowu, Noyle and Hassani during the warm-up. They did train them as back four, so you know, very interesting there. And the other thing really is, well, the second thing really is, why was Kieran Agard looking like he was playing out wide and Dadu central, when we all know Agard is a striker in the middle? Again, is that just player management? Is that just player mentality, player focus? Is that not a tactical thing? Was that just decided by Joe and Kieran and then managed to go along with it? I don't know. If it is a tactical thing, I think Gary needs to learn that Kieran Agard is a central forward. He's not a winger at all, in my opinion. And to be fair, I think Joe looked better actually being part of the build-up to create the chances. He just couldn't take any of his own chances. And finally, for me, and this is one for the players really, and maybe it's something to do with the tactics as well, but Kieran Agard, and for me Omar Bogle as well, they are what I like to call penalty box strikers. You know, PBS, penalty box strikers. Why do we keep doing long balls when they're not working? Because the long balls, nearly all the time, went to a Wigan player or they went out for a throw, or whatever, or they just got intercepted and the move kind of failed. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, not getting it. Why are we doing the definition of insanity with long ball passes when we all know Agard and Bogle are penalty box strikers? It's so easy to pick out. We were fuming in the South Stand. I was fuming. The other fans were fuming. We saw it. We knew it. It's not. When we work stuff along the ground, it's wonderful. When you start doing the long, hefty long balls, it doesn't work for me. It really doesn't work. It looked like during the long balls, we hadn't actually changed our style or philosophy from Richie Wellens' football, where it was sideways and backwards and long balls over the top that don't go anywhere. It didn't feel like that worked. So why are we trying to do it again? Is it square pegs round holes? Is it because we haven't got the players that we need to play them where McSheffrey wants to play? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But for me, we've seen that kind of football before this season, and it did not work and got the manager sacked. That should be more than... There should be more than 5 reasons to suggest out of 100,000 why you don't play long ball football at Doncaster Rovers, because we are not that kind of club. We don't have those players. We have players that play nice football on the ground, nice passes, see the right movement. But then that comes to my next thing, which is a negative. Players' decision making today has been atrocious. At times it's been atrocious. Joe Dadu, in the first half, has the chance to put Agar through in the middle and possibly even get a goal, and we might have even got a draw out of this game. What does he do? Does a little step over, goes himself, shot from a weird angle, straight into the keeper. Move fails. In fact, I think as soon as he took the step over and turned that way, we kind of knew the move failed because he was taking that extra touch. It's just decision making now. It's decision making. Like I said, the work rate was so much better than last week, but there's still stuff we need to improve on. And the next thing we need to improve on is transfers. Get the checkbook out, start wheeling and dealing, boardroom. Boardroom, manager, assistant manager, scouting team, recruitment team, other agents. Wheel and deal, boys. Wheel and deal. Wheel and deal. Because the later we leave it to wheel and deal, the worse our quality is going to get. I want to see more of a Kieran Agard signing in different positions. We need a goalkeeper. Well, I say goalkeeper. It looks like McSheffrey's going to use the youth system and then an emergency loanee if we need to. So scratch the goalkeeper position for a moment. We need a centre-back. We need a midfielder. And we may need another striker. And we'll need a winger as well. We need another winger. Because if Taylor's injured and Awula's not playing because somehow he's not got the confidence, we're going to need another winger. Chabello's left Coventry City. Let's have a pop at him. Danny Hilton might believe in Luton. Let's have a pop at him for striker. In the centre of midfield, you've got some decent talent out there that's available right now, or could be out of their parent club. And you got some, and it's, you know, if you're going to go for a couple of loanees, you got some really nice young up and coming talent that are of the level, or could be the level of Jacob Ramsey at Villa, that could be available for a loan. That it probably is available for a loan move, and if we play the right kind of football, they would be interested. And then for the centre-back position, if we don't get someone of the quality or as good as, if not better than, Paul Downing, who's gone to Rochdale, then I question the targets that we've got listed. Because if Paul Downing can go to Rochdale in League 2, and he was all right for us, but he's on a high wage, if we don't get someone of the quality, if not better, for a bargain deal, then we failed, in my opinion, on that position. It depends how the player performs, though, as well. The first box ticked would be if it's the wrong player for the wrong move, for the wrong deal. That'd be the first box ticked. If he doesn't play well, that's the second one ticked, and the move has failed completely. It's now considered a flop. Those are the 2 boxes ticked for me with all transfers. If it's the wrong kind of deal, that's the first strike. If he don't play well, that's the second strike. The third strike is combining the 2. Gone, flop, done. And we'll see what happens. Next week, hopefully there should be some deals done. But do I expect any deals to be done before Cambridge? Probably not. Do I expect deals to be done before MK Dons? Hopefully. I hope so. But we'll see. We'll see. So going back to the game then, like I said, summarising in conclusion, I can take the positives of work rate. I can take some of the positives. Omar Bogle, instant impact. Boom! Omar Bogle, baby. Omar Bogle, whoa. Yeah, the goal was great from him. He didn't have much of a touch afterwards. The game kind of fizzled out the last 20 minutes, but after the goal, you know, in the few minutes after the goal, the 5-10 minutes after the goal, you know, I think that we definitely were on top of Wigan, and we gave them a good run out. I think there was moments in that game where we gave them a good run out. They sort of edged the possession a bit, but we gave them a good run out, and we went toe to toe with them. The work rate was better. We just didn't get the result, and I got my prediction right. And the Wigan fan on the vlog, he got his prediction right. But there we are, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I'm Aaron Chandler from Forever Football DRSC. Keep living the Rovers life. That, my friends, full-time. Riverside die. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all for Monday's preview against Cambridge United. And hopefully, we'll be wheeling and dealing.